on my property. You didn't win in my yard.
Wait.
All of you.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
You're listening to Fishing the DMV with your hosts, Thomas Ahrens and Jared Mounts. Fishing the DMV is brought to you by Jake's Bait and Tackle, located in Winchester, Virginia.
If that doesn't get you jacked up, I don't know what will.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are here live, day one of the Richmond Fishing Expo. Can my beautiful chat give me a mic check? That would be beautiful. I see that we got about 10, 20 people in there. Feel free to get on that keyboard and start typing away. Let me know if you can hear me okay before we get going here. How's everyone doing this afternoon? For some of you guys, you're probably still working. Sucks to be you. I get it. It's almost Friday. It's January. Luckily, it's not too cold outside. So hopefully we can provide you a little bit of coverage, a little bit of a POV shot of what it's like to be here at the Richmond Expo. And hopefully we see you guys out here on Saturday and Sunday. We got good. Greg, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So what we're going to be doing today for Friday, we are going to be going around booth to booth, just kind of walking you around, getting you a vibe, going into a couple of booths, talking to them. And then tomorrow and Sunday, we're going to be here at booth 89 all day doing interviews. We have a bunch of great guests lined up. So without further ado, we're going to see if we can get some this mics in here as well. Again, we are right by the trout pond, and we are near the TBF Casting Kids competition right at the back. And then here we go with our first guest will be, let me get your mic there. Take it away.
Hey guys, Jared here, Jake's Bait and Tackle, Fishing the DMV, Richmond. Got Chris Tedrick here with us. Chris is a custom custom spinnerbait. I used to love a spinnerbait, Chris. That's what I throw, especially on windy days. And then the jackhammer chatterbait came out, and I threw that. I got away from the spinnerbait, and to be quite honest with you, Chris kind of got me back into the spinnerbait bite when he started manufacturing these. We're selling at Jake's. And I started throwing them, went down to Chickahominy and stuck a couple good ones on some of your baits specifically. So, Chris, tell us a little bit about your spinnerbait and what you're doing here with these.
Thank you for having me, Jared and Thomas. Everything is all handmade. All the lead and wire forms are all hand poured. Skirts are all handmade. I try to really incorporate colors that are close to the Shenandoah, Potomac, Susquehanna rivers. They're mainly oriented more towards river fishing, but I would like to start making some for largemouth and lakes as well.
Yeah, I mean, they'll work anywhere, really, to be honest. They're very similar to a War Eagle spinnerbait. Tell our viewers a little bit about the different blades. I see we've got, different styles of blades, different colors, different styles. So what is the purpose of a different blade? What should anglers be thinking about when they're, choosing a spinnerbait?
It's all depending on where you want to fish and what the water clarity is. If your clearer colors, I would go with like a willow blade, something like this that has the willow leaf. They don't put off as much vibration as a Colorado per se. And as far as like lakes and slow rolling, I would go with a double Colorado style. There's a lot of thump, and the fish in that muddy water will sense that vibration. And with the flash of the blade, that's really going to help too.
Show me that black one there. And this is the great thing about Chris too. I want to let you guys know, and we were just having this conversation. We're carrying them at Jake's, but it doesn't mean that, he's got business cards here. Reach out to him on Facebook. And if you have something in mind, the idea of custom spinnerbait, if you have a color in mind, a style, single blade, double blade, reach out to him, let him know, and he'll try to tie that up for you. And this is an example. This single Colorado blade black, I was telling him in the summertime, absolutely love Lake Frederick, Lake Holiday, absolutely love throwing these, put a trailer on it, slow roll it, let it sink, get deep, slow roll that, and that blade right here is going to get a lot of thump. Just turn it just enough so that you're feeling it thump, and those bass will just load up on it, and it's an excellent bite. And I know for a fact Lake Frederick, a lot of guys are catching 8-10 pounders on Lake Frederick using a bait very similar to this. So again, the idea of custom, reach out to Chris, let him know, color, size, different things, and he'll get those made up for you and get those out to you. I mean, you can't find that anywhere to get a custom. And like you said too, colors that work in the area that we're fishing.
Yeah, they're all tried and true, proven colors for the Winchester, Hagerstown, Susquehanna, Harrisburg areas.
Now, are you a trailer guy? I think we've talked about this before, but do you like to put a trailer on the back of a spinnerbait? And if so, what kind of trailer?
Sometimes I do with these. I used to make them before they had the longer tails, and I didn't. But with these, it's usually a Kitech Easy Shiner or a Kitech Swing Impact.
I will tell you too. Spunk shad. Missile just came out with a spunk shad, which I'm going to try that as a trailer this year too. And there's times for that paddle tail, maybe times for something a little more slender. But any way you throw it, I think the profile of that and the action of the blades, the flash of the blades, I think it just attracts fish. I mean, you probably caught what are all the different species of fish you've caught on these as well?
So I've caught largemouth. Mainly, the main game is smallmouth around our area, but I've taken them down before to South Carolina, visiting my grandmother, and I've caught spotted bass on them too down there.
I think you even had muskie too, haven't you?
Yeah, and I caught a
walleye.
Yeah, I caught a big muskie down on the Potomac this year on this exact style right here, that style and color. That chartreuse, a double Colorado blade. No trailer on it. I was just slow rolling a spinnerbait right there by a Coldwater Creek that comes in, and I had a muskie hit it.
So talk to us a little bit too about different ways to fish a spinnerbait, and we've kind of thrown out slow rolling it. What are some different things? I kind of like the fact you can fish it in all levels of the water column, but maybe just talk to us a little bit about the way you like to fish your spinnerbaits, different techniques.
Me personally, I like this style with a small Colorado blade and then a turtle blade on it. And believe it or not, I think this puts off just as much vibration as the one with the Colorado blades, because of that the smaller Colorado blade takes the brunt of that vibration and really makes that back one wobble. I really like that because I could throw it. You could throw it by a boat dock. You could throw it under a tree, overhanging brush, everything, undercut banks. I really like throwing that. I like letting it fall, and I reel it. If I see a fish, I'll reel it really fast to get their attention, and then I'll slow off, and then if I can get them to follow it, they'll come. I'll kill it totally, let it flutter, and that thing will flutter to the bottom like this, and then I'll jerk it real quick and make it look like it's coming back alive. So you could almost fish it like a swim bait even, or like a swim jig. There's a lot of different ways you can fish it.
You're exactly right about that flutter technique. I remember fishing one of the tournaments up on the Susquehanna, and these two brothers, older guys, had weighed in 2 4-pounders, and he was telling the story about one of them. He actually saw the smallmouth trailing that spinnerbait, and as it got close to the boat, he didn't know what to do because he was getting ready to pull it out of the water, so he just killed it. And just like you said, that thing fluttered down. He said the smallmouth followed it down. It hit the bottom. He gave it a hard twitch, and he said the smallmouth took it. So, slow roll, like you say, killing it sometimes. I've talked to on a jackhammer will have a natural kick, but spinnerbaits, we both said when we were talking about this, getting a steady retrieve, but then periodically, every so often, giving it a little jerk. And if something's running true and it gets that little kicking action, what we don't see all the time is the bass are trailing it. They're chasing it, getting ready to attack it. And sometimes that little subtle, off course change of speed, something that sometimes triggers the actual bite, so just, other things to consider. There's different ways to fish that spinnerbait.
Right. I'd say they're very obviously technique specific, but if you're able to take it and throw it, and instead of just reeling it back slow or burning it really fast across the top, if you can make that bait have life,
right,
if you make it have life, you're going to generate a lot more bites on it.
What sizes are you pouring these in?
All right, so the black one, the nighttime one for Lake Frederick and stuff, that's a 5/8 ounce. That's the biggest one that I can make. I have half ounce, and then I got these. These are in 3/8. The Potomac and Shenandoah, I really like the 3/8 because it's a little bit heavier in the shallower rivers. It's a little bit heavier, and it'll get down a little bit faster in the current.
So, Chris, if, as we said, if people want to, get a custom bait, spinner bait, there's a phone number on here.
Yeah,
where else can they reach you, or how else can they get a hold of you? If you're on Facebook or
yeah, I'm on Facebook, but I don't have a Facebook page yet for my baits. That's probably going to be soon to come here, very soon.
And like I said, since we're carrying them at Jake's Bait and Tackle, you can reach out to us as well. Send us a message, email, and we'll get that. We'll pass that on to you. And I've done that. Guys have asked, and I've texted you. If you can do a certain color, a certain size. And so, guys, again, check him out. CT Custom Spinner Baits. You can see him at the shop. He's got a little tree there with a lot of them hanging on there. He's been tying them up, fixing them up. He said get different colors, variety of sizes, and all those things. We appreciate you and glad we're carrying your stuff. And again, I can attest they will catch fish. So make sure you get over and pick up your CT Custom Spinner Bait.
Thank you, Jared. I appreciate it. I appreciate the time, you guys, and I appreciate fishing the DMV. You guys check out Jake's Bait and Tackle. They have literally everything at Bass Pro Shops doesn't have.
That's correct. And if you're watching this, get down to Richmond Saturday, Sunday. And then you're going to also be at Berkeley Springs. Is that correct? March 11th. Is that true?
I'll be at the Berkeley Springs Fishing Show March 11th with my spinner baits as well.
And that helps benefit the youth there in Berkeley County. And so Berkeley Springs, March 11th, fishing show. So come out then as well. Chris, thanks. Good seeing you.
Thank you, Jared. Appreciate you guys.
Kept looking over the delay on that. Kept looking
I know. I kept seeing it too. I'm just gonna leave these out if y'all don't mind.
Put that in your back pocket. I'm gonna get her. Where are you guys going? That way?
Wherever.
You're the leader.
I am. I'm gonna just turn this on real quick, but I got the computer cranked up to volume.
Go.
You want me to go with you guys, or are you good?
You, whichever. You
Feel
can stay
free.
or go. Or we're probably good, but if you want to go, you can tag along. Is this thing going to run live?
Yeah.
Is it live now?
Yeah.
It's live.
I'm just flying by the seat of the pants call office.
I hear you. Thank you.
You're welcome, bud. All right, guys, we are here at the first day of the Richmond Expo. I'm walking backwards. I'm hoping like hell I don't knock over any elderly couple. We're going to be talking to. Oh, let's get Jared in here. Let's get over here real quick. I guess this would be a good place to start right here. Yeah, back up real quick. Jared, we made it down here. This has been over. It's been over 1 year with the podcast, guys. I really appreciate everything you've done. This partnership with Jake's Bait and Tackle. We talked about it last year about us coming down to the Richmond Expo and helping out. My God, I didn't expect us to be doing what we're doing right now.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. I mean, congratulations for your year anniversary and beyond. And Richmond show. It's been 2 years. They had COVID and then a snowstorm last year, so to be able to come out today and get set up and just it's really cool the relationships that you're building with customers and to hear people come up from south of Richmond and all over and talk about that they watch the show, the podcast, and it's really neat. It's cool to see that you got a good fan support, and it's an opportunity now to like today. What will happen is to go around and to highlight other people in the fishing industry. Because there's so many, whether it be local, Virginia, regional bait manufacturers that, are doing really great work. and are providing products that can help you catch fish. And this is an opportunity for those that can't make it down to the show to kind of see, what's here and what's out there, and learn some new things that maybe you don't know about a manufacturer, certain bait, or different things like that. And then, as you said too, the backstory on stuff. Everybody's got a story, and you're sharing that. You're a voice for those folks too. So it's good stuff.
And Jared hit the nail on the head. We are here to supply. We are the POV here for Friday. If you guys don't know, Saturday and Sunday we're going to be at our booth 89, and we're going to be interviewing a bunch of guests. Really stay tuned for that. Today, from now until the end, we're just going to be walking around, interviewing people, giving you guys a POV view of everything. Let us know in the comment section down below if there's anything in particular you would like us to show you. Anyone you'd like us to interview, a bait, something like that. And if you feel it in your heart, please like and subscribe to the channel, help us out. So just follow us around today as we just go from booth to booth and just kind of enjoy the content. I think we decided we were going to go this way first and, ask questions as I knock things over. What booth did you guys want to hit first? We wanted to hit, that wood bait guy.
Yeah.
Let's go straight there.
You're on the right. Yep.
So we got a really good thing to show you first. We are going to a handcrafted wood bait booth to begin with. Be that? We're going to be back. We're going to be back. Where is the booth? Is it this way or this way? It's this one. It's over here. Yep.
Once we get up here, we'll get it on the shirt.
We got shirts.
Got these guys too. You want to catch them real quick first?
Let's go right to the booth first. Yeah, because they know we're coming. So first place that we're going to hit up here, it's called Wooden Lures by Headley. I'm going to let Jared introduce his name because I can't do names very well. His name is what?
Mr. Headley, I'm assuming.
Mr. Headley? I trust him a lot better with that kind of stuff there. No, it's been a turnout so far.
Let's swing over here, and then since he's talking to somebody, and catch.
You go back to the New River? You
got a second?
To talk real quick?
Yeah, I've got a seminar at 3.
So how much time do we have? That's good.
10
we'll
minutes?
take 10 minutes.
Okay, cool.
So New River.
We're live streaming the whole expo right now.
Oh, okay.
Just quickly, just give a little intro of who you are.
All right. Well, I'm Ethan with New River Outdoor Company. This is Logan, and we do guided smallmouth trips on the New River. Then we also have cabins to stay in. So kind of what we've been advertising at the show is our spring trophy package, which is really popular, which is for 2 anglers. It's 2 days fishing, 2 nights staying in our cabins for $675 a person. So it's a pretty good deal, and it's kind of the best time of the year to get out here and catch some of the great big ones.
So for those that don't know, the Virginia State record actually has come out of the New River.
Yes, sir.
Back in, remember the year?
Early 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I want to say it was caught twice, 2 different times. A kid and, 2008. 8 pounds and some change, I think.
Yep.
And then, so we were talking earlier about Britt Stoudemire and then how many years he's been doing it, and then the evolution of it. How many guides do you all have running the river?
Mainly me and Logan here. We have a few other part-time guides that have been working for a long time that work a few days a month, and then Britt will fish occasionally.
And you guys are going out of mainly rafts, but I think there's also a jet boat in the fleet also.
Yep.
And
mainly rafts, and then, Britt has a jet boat.
And you target mainly smallmouth, but there is opportunity for muskie as well, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Muskie
We're booking smallmouth. We're only booking smallmouth trips right now, but there's so many muskie in the river right now, especially about 25 to 30 inches that bite bass-sized tackle, that it is not uncommon to catch a muskie right now.
Now, one thing a lot of people don't realize is fishing never stops. It's year-round. Do you guys do a lot of guided trips throughout the winter? I mean, is it pretty much, do you see it's year-round for you guys as well?
We don't do guided trips in the winter. I went out just fishing this past Wednesday and did pretty well. But smallmouth definitely bite well in the winter, but it's just so unpredictable with weather that booking guided trips would be pretty difficult. So we start up kind of right at the 1st of March, which gets kind of that good late winter, early pre-spawn bite.
It's such a beautiful river system too, the new river, and a beautiful area. And so if anybody's looking to book a trip, where can they find you?
We're at newriveroutdoorco.com and New River Outdoor Company on Facebook and Instagram.
All right, very good. Thank you.
All right,
thank you. What you all do.
Thanks. All right, he's ready for us down there.
Thanks.
All right, like still, yeah, I know. Well, I'm like a wizard. All righty, yeah, I got that. You gonna give me this one right here? There you go. So we are here at one of the coolest exhibits I've seen in a while. I am here with Jack. I would just like tell the audience at home what you do and what you specialize in.
Okay, my name's Jack Krause. I'm the owner of Wooden Lures by Headley, and I've been doing this about 10 years now. I have a wood shop at home and had a love to fish, so I've combined the two talents together, and I turn all the lathes, all the wood products, all the fishing lures on a wood lathe. I use different woods, get different colors, and I put 5 coats of clear finish on them. So they are durable enough to put in the water if you want to fish with them, or I have a lot of people want them for just displays. I have a little tree stand that goes with my lures, like this tree stand here or the different stands. So I sell a lot of my lures just for exhibits. People put them on display or whatever. But some of the hardcore fishermen put them in water and they fish well. You can see some of my pictures I have that they actually do catch fish.
What was the first bait, or what bait did you actually like the most to be working with?
The first seller I have is a little jitterbug, and this is the little combination that I sell most of. It's a little jitterbug, it's a little wooden stand, and this particular lure is spalted poplar. So you can see the black streaks in it. When I turn it on a wood lathe, then after I turn it, I position the black streaks kind of as an art form to figure out what's the best position to put it in. And then I cut the eyes, and then I put the bills and the hooks on them, and then I put the 5 coats of finish on them.
How long does it take you to make a bait like this?
It takes me approximately about 1 hour to do one piece, one lure. So it takes a lot of time, but I'm retired and I enjoy to do it. And I love to come, I put a lot of quality and a lot of time into my product, and a lot of people appreciate that.
Guys, this is absolutely amazing. And please get on down here to the Richmond Expo. He's going to be here all weekend. Please support him. This is it's borderline. I don't know if it's art or a fishing lure. It might be both.
I go to both craft shows and I go to a lot of fishing shows. Oh. And it is an art form, and people appreciate it because I put a lot of time and effort into it, and I do quality work. So.
No. Dude, I mean, this is absolutely breathtaking. Again, we're taking a picture of your card right now. Guys, again, if you would like to come on down here, give us a like. If you guys want us to come back here this weekend, we'll definitely come back. If you want him on the show this weekend at the podcast, we can do that as well. Thanks again so much, sir. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Yep. Right. Next one. No, that is so far, for me, that might be number one booth right now. That might be the number one booth. That's so freaking cool. Did you know he said he goes to arts and craft shows too with that stuff?
That right?
That's what I told him. I don't know if that's a bait or art.
It's unique.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure.
And
I can see where that stuff would work. You're not going to find another lure in America like that.
Well, it's that handcrafted thing.
Correct.
And again, I don't know, you could put that on your wall, give it as a Christmas present like that, and that'll do too.
Yep.
What did the HQ say?
Just hold the mic up.
I'll crank the volume up a little bit. You want to hand this to Buki?
Yep. Is he available? It's actually a mic. And do a live stream. We got found Mike Buka here with Bull Shad Swim Baits. Everybody knows the Bull Shad. Tell us a little bit about your baits and what makes them so great.
Oh man, I've been doing this since I was 15 years ago.
Wow.
I started back in 2007, and I wanted to try to find something back in the day that would catch bigger fish. When I got it on Lake Altoona in Georgia, so I basically said, going smaller is not going to work. So let's see what happens when we go bigger. And I started catching more. No means that I slay them, but I kept getting more and more consistent with bigger baits. And that is what tripped my trigger to start getting into bigger baits more often. So back then they didn't have, gizzard shad or threadfin or back in the day, all of it was basically West Coast baits for trout.
Right.
So I was one of the very first guys that got into the gizzard shad and threadfin, so we could have baits to fish here in the South and the Eastern Coast.
Right.
Swim baits. So
did you literally start making these in your garage in the basement, or?
Yeah, I started making them in my spare bedroom.
Wow.
I had carpet. I destroyed that. My wife got pissed. So we actually moved into another house with a bigger basement, and I destroyed that. And we had a water heater break.
Yeah.
And we got the insurance to pay for it. Says, Mike, it's time to get you out of the house.
That's right.
So
destroying everything.
Yeah, so we've already moved since then. So we've already moved 4 times.
Wow.
So we're getting bigger and bigger. But yeah, I mean, just starting out from scratch. There was no YouTube videos back then.
Right.
And stuff, so just learn from trial and error.
Well, you've got quite the following now. One thing I thought was interesting, one of your videos, you talk about burning it on the top. I know you different designs, slow sink and stuff, but you like keeping that thing on the top, and then you get a lot of strikes that way.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I think it's trying to get the fish to react.
Okay.
You know? They if you reel something too slow, they seem to have time to analyze and look at it, see the hooks and all that kind of stuff. Whereas if you're burning it, they need to make a decision.
Right.
And it's more of a bar for them.
Right.
Especially when the herring lakes and stuff. One thing, if you know about anything about herring, when they move, they are burning across the surface. So that along those same lines, and spotted bass like to chase on fast lures as well. So that's why we do the fast retrieve stuff.
What kind of line do you prefer to throw this stuff on?
I like the mono.
Mono?
Keep it simple. Mm-hmm. I like 25 pound. It's overkill, but you don't lose baits.
Right.
You're able to, make multiple casts without having to retie every half hour. So usually every hour I'll sit down and retie.
Okay.
So I like mono. There's disadvantages for all of them, but mono seems to have the most advantages for me.
It's good stuff. The man also shot himself a big Georgia buck here recently.
Yes, sir.
Follow him online there. He pulled off a heck of a shot from the sounds of. How many yards was it?
I was like 140, scored gross to 140.
Down through a power line and clearing and knocked it down.
Yeah, through a power line, transformer, about 325 yards.
So he shoots big bucks and catches big fish. And Mike, we appreciate you and thank you.
Thanks for coming, man.
If you go out here at Richmond, stop by and see him and pick up some bullshit.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome, thank you.
Good idea.
That's great.
Dude, I don't know if this is like, again, it's art almost.
Oh my, yeah. We're carrying the burrito now at Jake's.
I believe this is Tactical Bassin also did something with their colors too with this thing as well.
I mean, and these are softer, obviously. We are carrying those at Jake's now. I mean, just his colors too. I mean, he told me the last time he came to Jake's, you won't find a truer swimming and looking bait out there. You got all this stuff here, but this mimics exactly what they're eating and what's swimming around. I mean, that's probably why they work so well.
This would be a great bait for Lake Annis, Smith Mountain
Not
Lake,
my gosh,
Occoquan
yes.
Reservoir, places like that where they're keying in on threadfin.
And Thomas, it's one of those things. I'm not a big swim bait guy, but I'm not afraid to throw it either.
Why? Like, what was your thought when you think of these things? Because mine would be fear, I guess. It'd be like, I'm not gonna get a lot of bites with it.
Well,
it's not a Ned rig, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just a different style of fishing, I think. But the whopper plopper, the big whopper ploppers, I've caught average size smallmouth on it, so I'm not afraid of the big. But I'm throwing it more, and I am seeing results, like you say, on the bigger lakes, clear lakes, and those fish will come out, and you may or may not catch it, but it'll pull fish out from under a dock.
Oh yeah,
to check it out,
100%.
But you'll still catch them too. So I mean, it's there's definitely a cult following with the big swim baits. But it's something. Like you said, don't be afraid of it. Go out and try it, and you never know. You can hook that big 8 or 10 pounder or more. If they're in there.
And again, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps. Put a comment down below. What would you like us to go look at next? We're just going to be walking around, and you're just kind of along for the ride here.
Go over and hit the youth maybe real quick.
Yes, youth. Is youth that way or youth this way? What'd you say? She took what? Linda said hit the youth. Yeah. Huh? Yes to what? Oh, sweet. So who wants to be the victim to come on a live stream right now?
Jack said Carla.
Carla, we got about
Carla's gonna
2,000
say
people
Jack.
watching right now.
Come on over here, Jack.
You're up, Jack.
So, guys, we're here at the Bass Nation of Virginia, both the adult and the youth. Jack Babcock and his wife Carla, they're the youth directors for Virginia, and what a great program. They've done a great job with this. We've seen it. They've seen it grow from probably, I don't know how many boats it used to be back in the day to over 100 now.
We started off with 72 children in the state. We have right at 300 kids in the state now, which dictates to about 150 boats now.
72 to 300 youth fishing in tournaments. That's incredible. What do you credit that success to, or that growth?
I credit to you guys, the advisors, the kids, the schools passing it around. We're trying to put on a good program. It's not always perfect. We're trying our best. We're listening to the advisors. We're listening to the parents. We're trying to listen to the kids, where they want to go, where they want to fish, and when they want to fish.
These guys they're providing such great opportunities for kids, youth, middle school, elementary, middle school, high school division, and just, to be able to come out and get 3 or 4 qualifiers a year, qualify for a 2-day state tournament, and then if they do well there, send 1 or 2 teams or more to a national tournament all over the country. I mean, what you guys are doing, you're providing opportunities for young people. And Jack and Carla and everybody that work for them, they're all about the kids and fishing, and it's a credit to you guys. I know you're modest and humble, but you guys have done great things to get these kids on the water, and we just want to thank you for what you do. Where can people find young people that want to get involved in the program? Where can they find out how to get involved?
For starters, if you want to see what we're doing, go to Bass Nation Youth Facebook page. We're trying to, when we have cell service, we're doing Facebook Live on the blast-offs and the weigh-ins. You can go to Bass Nation Virginia Youth website to get any information, to get in contact with me. We will get back to you as soon as possible. I can promise you that. It may take a day or so because we have a pretty hectic schedule.
You're all pretty good about getting back, though. You do get back, yeah.
We're trying.
You do an excellent job.
As far as what you're talking about with the championship, yes, we're running 4 qualifiers for the north, 4 qualifiers for the south, hoping to start a 3rd division next school year. Make it finish the top 5 on one of the 4 tournaments, and you invite to the championship. From there, we take 1st and 2nd from the championship on the high school, 1st and 2nd on the junior division. We take them to the nationals, wherever it may be in the country. We're also running a team trail in the state on the high school side. Bass has not started a team trail for the junior division as yet. We're hoping for it in the future. That runs off points for all 4 qualifiers. And right now we're able to send in the last few years, we're able to send 2 teams. So we're taking first on the points from the north, first on the points from the south.
Right.
That's another option to go to the nationals. So.
That's awesome. It's great stuff. And so if you don't know where to fish or the team, like I say, reach out to them and they'll put you in touch with the advisors in that area. Sometimes it's 2 different teams, but do the best we can to find you a boat and another angler to fish with and get you out on the water. So thank you again. You guys do an excellent job. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
And
I like your popsicle stick too.
I like that. I know I want to kind of lick it sometimes.
Nothing but the best for this, right?
That's right. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Giving awards out tomorrow.
Yes, sir. 1 o'clock.
Yep.
All
and
right,
guys, we're going to
good.
be there. We're going to be
Thank you.
broadcasting that whole event to be able to get the kids some exposure in case we got another future Bassmaster Classic champion.
That's right.
So we got a couple of things going while I do a recording on her phone for some reason. One question that we had was from John Hash. He would like to see Snagler tackle. So we will get Snagler tackle. We will figure out where that is, and we'll make sure we bring that to you. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to go over to this really cool boat. It's called the Twin Trawler. And Jared, if you want, I got this one right
Yes,
here.
sir.
I'll give you a break.
Yep.
So here's the phone. So we're coming over here. So guys, this is a really, really unique boat that we have right here. It's called the Twin Trawler. And, I could be talking a little bit about it, but I have the man right here that can actually go for it. And so I know it's a popsicle stick. We used all of our money on the top half, and we ran out for the bottom
High
half.
technology,
So
I love it.
It is. Josh, it's really nice to meet you here.
Very nice to meet you.
So yeah, why don't you just walk through for the people at home what we got there?
Yeah, so this is a truly unique product. You're not going to see anything like this anywhere else on the market. So can I walk and talk? Is that okay?
Yep.
So the way the boat functions is we've got two recessed motors, electric motors that are built into the hull, and they're center mounted up underneath the boat. And it's going to be kind of difficult to see. And I don't know if you guys can catch this on camera. I've got a picture here that you can see the underside of the boat with the electric motors that are recessed underneath there. And so we have a foot pedal control system. And so you drive, maneuver, and steer the boat completely hands-free. So if you're familiar with like a zero-turn lawnmower or a skid steer kind of function, that's the way it works. Each pedal controls each motor independently. This pedal controls this motor over here, and this pedal controls that motor over there. So if you push them both forward, the boat goes forward. If you push them both backwards, the boat goes in reverse. If you go heel toe with it, you'll literally spin on a dime because your pivot point is in the center of the boat instead of traditionally on one side or the other. The other really cool, amazing thing about the boat is with those motors being recessed up underneath the hull, number one, they're protected. And so you can go through all kinds of different conditions and sticks and grass and logs and everything. But what happens when you engage that motor, water is pulled up into that cavity up underneath there. And this is a little, not really complicated, but it takes a little bit to explain. There's a vacuum effect that's created up underneath that, in that pocket that holds that water up against that motor. And that does two things for you. First, it lets you run this boat in incredibly shallow water. You can run this thing in as little as 8 inches. The other thing it does is it makes the boat incredibly stable on the water because that suction effect acts as a counterbalance and wants to self-level. So when you lean and put weight on one side of the boat, that suction effect pulls it back down. And so you get an incredibly rock-solid platform that you can easily stand up and fish on without worrying about losing your balance or anything like that. You have fun party tricks. I don't know if you can see on the side the picture of the two people standing on the edge of the boat. Don't recommend that. We just do that for show. But just so you can see the stability that you get out of a compact boat that you can launch from anywhere, slide off onto the bank if you want to, launch it from a boat ramp. The maneuverability and the control and the stability, there's nothing like it on the market for the way this thing works and operates.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are we good?
We got it.
Oh, we got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir. There's your mic right there. Guys, again, please give him a follow. Please look at this boat. It's really, really a cool idea. And again, it's something about the smaller waters. Because if you look at it, like, not everyone can have a place that they could put a 20-foot skeeter and mortgage their house. Their wife might be a little bit mad about that. But something like this really fills a part in the market. Again, let us know down below in the comment section anywhere else you want to go. We're just going to POV and just keep walking around. Sound good? Yeah. No, we got no questions so far. But yeah. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah. And you got the other popsicle stick? Oh, there he goes. Popsicle stick for the win. Here's your phone. All right, so guys, yeah, we're just walking around, finding somebody to interview real quick and giving you guys kind of a look at this place. This is our first time looking at it. I do want to look at Snaggle's Tackle. That'd be fun. Where the heck is that thing?
Coming up on some boats.
You get that, hit the kayaks first? Or
Yeah, we can go back here in the corner and hit the kayak.
Let us know down below. What do you guys want to see more? Do you want to see the boats, kayaks, or do you not care about them? Let me know in the comment section down below. I mean, honestly, if anyone would like to gift me or Jared this boat, Jared would like a blue one, by the way. I'm not too picky on the color. It is Jared's birthday. Now the whole world knows. Next, we'll give him a social security number.
28 years old.
He's looking great. That gene therapy's working wonders. And then you said if you had your druthers, you'd go with a Skeeter, right?
Skeeter, they're sleek. I mean, I like them. Jeremy runs a Skeeter. They're a sleek looking boat with the Yamaha on the back. All these boats are, decked out. And like you were saying, the cost and the price, it's up there, it's high, but some people have money to spend. And
it comes with a trash can too, which is really cool. I don't know why that popped out to me, but it did.
I need a big lunchbox myself. I need something that can hold some food.
I don't know why that was the feature. It's like, ooh, it's a trash can.
But one thing we talk about, again, you look at a $80,000 to $100,000 boat, bass boat, and the fuel, the electronics, and all those things. But the fishing industry, you don't need this to catch fish. You can fish in the bank, but what we're going to look at next too is the kayaks. I mean, the kayaks, you talk about this a lot, doesn't require any fuel, any gas. And don't get me wrong, they're expensive. You can still outfit those with the grafts and the motors, but it is a cheaper route than this to get you on the water and fish. There's tournaments, pleasure fishing. You can put them on big lakes, rivers. Actually, those will go places these won't.
And then what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to jump ahead. I'm going to ask Appomattox. It's the kayak booth that we're going to. If it's okay, we live stream real quick. I'm going to go jump on him as the person behind that computer says. I'm going to deep throat the mic. Is that better? Thank you. Hold on 1 second.
So again, if you're close to the Richmond area, Ashland, it's off the Kings Dominion exit. The Richmond Fishing Expo. It's full of, as you're seeing now, just full of a lot of different vendors fishing. There is a bass tub in the far corner, and periodically they have different seminars going on there, and also throughout the show floor to where you can kind of, they're going to get up there and they're going to be talking fishing techniques.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Ready to go to the next booth?
Let's do it.
All right. So this is the Appomattox River Company, which, and again, guys, I got into kayak fishing. I'm part of the Northern Virginia Kayak Association. We are here at the Appomattox River Fishing booth. This is are you guys the largest kayak the largest kayak manufacturer or holder in Virginia?
Well, we're not a manufacturer. We're a retailer, right? And we are one of the largest paddle sports retailers in the country.
There you go, guys. So why don't I just give it off to him, because he probably knows more about his company than I do.
How's it going? Appomattox River Company. We're based in Farmville, Virginia. Pre-COVID, we normally had about 2,500 kayaks, canoes, stand-up paddleboards in stock. Post-COVID this year, we're hovering around 1,200, 1,300 paddlecraft in stock. As you can see here, we stock heavily in fishing kayaks. That's probably 40% of the market right now. And, whether it's foot propulsion, paddle propulsion, or now motor propulsion, we stock all of it and rig boats and have all the gear you need.
What is the fastest selling kayak right now? I know Hobie for a while absolutely owned the marketplace with their pedal drive, but now that there's so much competition on the market, I mean, who right now is, in your opinion?
Old Town.
Old Town. Okay, yeah. That's spicy.
Old Town. You got the Autopilot with the Minn Kota trolling motor.
All right, Carlo, let's go take a little bit better look at that.
So
Good
Autopilot
God.
series. You've got the Minn Kota trolling motor because they have, under their Johnson Outdoors parent company, they are also Minn Kota. So it's a seamless integration there. And it comes with the auto lock setup. So you got a remote. Cool. You can lock in on your area that you're fishing. The motor keeps you there, and you just keep slaying them until you're ready to move to the next spot.
And then this all comes together, right? This is not like an accessory you get or
Correct.
Anything like that?
Nope. This is all the unit all comes here. I mean, you can, of course, pull this unit out. But, this all comes together when you purchase the Autopilot.
Now, if somebody wanted to purchase a kayak from you or any of these, are these in stock, or does it have to be ordered first and then it gets into
like
you?
I said, we've got 1,200 boats in stock. We sell what's in stock. Okay. So if you go to our website and you're shopping, you'll see if it says sold out, obviously it's sold out. If it's available for purchase to drop in your cart, that means it's in our store.
Okay, awesome. Guys, and again, come on down here, Richmond Expo. He's going to be here all weekend. Or if they want to order online,
you can order online, paddleva.com. We will be here all weekend. Tomorrow, Saturday, we will have a full booth of pro staff guys who are affiliated with each of these brands. And so they'll be here tomorrow to talk about each of these kayaks with customers, talk about the tournaments they fish in them, talk about the applicable uses that they have for them. So there'll be a great resource if you've got questions about any of these different models.
And then, guys, if this is something you want to have on the podcast tomorrow, again, come by booth 89. Come on by booth. Actually, what is the booth number here?
It's in the back of the store. You'll find us. We got a lot of kayaks.
Yeah, I'll put a link in the episode description, guys, on this live stream to where they're specifically located, but you'll find them. And again, sir, Brian, thank you so much for having us on. We really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Perfect. Can I have these back to Jared?
Did y'all catch up with Alex yet? From Alex had talked to
learning about a boat.
Yeah, so tell us about this. Tell us the features of this boat. Put you on the spot here.
So this would be the Hobie Pro Angler 360. And what's really, really unique about this is the ability for this drive to go in any direction. So you can sit here and pedal forwards the whole time, but your boat actually drifts either to the side, it can go forward, the opposite side, or even backwards. And it's just with a twist of a handle that it actually rotates the entire drive underneath, but your pedals actually never go anywhere except for forwards and backwards.
Wow.
So for something like this with a 600-pound weight capacity, your pedal drive system, all the interior storage you could ask for, being able to carry 6 rods, your tracks, it's the bee's knees. I mean, there's nothing else to it. The Hobie Pro Angler is the Cadillac of fishing kayak.
Check that out.
It comes with all the accessories. Everything you see on the boat currently is what comes with it. This is the Mike Iaconelli version, so it comes in that red camo version. Rudder, skeg in the back, 3 interior storage options. It just, possibilities are endless with this boat. You can't go wrong with something like this. Having said that, the price tag on something like this for the show would be about $5,500. This is not something you would take down your average river or something shallow. You know, you're dedicating this to say 3-4 feet of water, big lakes, ponds, larger rivers, watersheds, things like that. So yeah, definitely a great option for your kayak fishermen for sure.
I like the new design here on the rod holders too. I mean, not that that's bad in the back, but
right.
Kind of be able to lay down like this and kind of streamline.
Being able to lay them in there, being able to protect the tips like that. The interior storage on this thing is phenomenal. Comes with a giant bucket up here. And then if you didn't want to do that, if you wanted to actually fill the inside of the boat, just remove the bucket. So anything you can fit inside this hatch, you can fit inside the boat because it's a hollow boat. So
now I would use this as my lunch box. I'll be putting my Uncrustables in here, my food, my drinks.
As long as you don't use it for a live well, you'll be good.
That's right. Might combine them.
Yeah.
Well, listen, appreciate you. And
absolutely, guys. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you all.
There you go. There you go. Give it that one.
All right. Let's go this way. Or are we going that way? See, we're going to go as soon as Mr. Ingram here throws his lunch away. He doesn't know we're coming. We'll sneak up on him. Mr. Ingram, Jared Mounts with Jakes. How are you, buddy? Yeah, and we've got you on live stream now on the YouTube, Fishing the DMV. So I'm gonna hand you this.
Okay,
and we'll just have a conversation about your books here. So I'm here with Bruce Ingram, and he's an author. A lot of you probably already know about him. And one thing I remember him talking about back in the day, you know, the idea that, and we still get this question, where do I fish? And when you think about a river, now with technology now, GPS and maps and stuff, it's easier than ever. But back in the day, we didn't have that. And you were instrumental in, you know, kind of doing these trips and then writing about the different floats, where you put in, where you take out. And we're talking canoes back then, and how long that stretch was and different considerations. And so, you know, talk a little bit about that, either the different bodies of water or just your experience on the water and different places you've been to do that.
Well, to go back to what you said, I've written 4 where-to-go type books. The James River book, the New River book, the Shenandoah and Rappahannock book, and the Upper Potomac and South Branch of Potomac books. But the genesis of doing that occurred much earlier, way back in the 1980s.
Wow.
And my wife and I were on our first visit to the Rappahannock River. And where we had fished it, we were fishing it by ourselves. We'd been sheltered by a canoe livery in Fredericksburg. And a heavy thunderstorm came up, and we weren't sure where we were. And the water ended up flooding, and we had to paddle about 15 miles.
Oh, wow.
In about 6-7 hours to beat a flood. And she said, you don't know where you are. There's nothing out there that tells you where you are and how many miles you are. Right. And I said, I know. And about 10 years later, it took for the things to percolate. And I thought, you know, the solution to this would be to write a book and give landmarks and give miles and so people would know where you were at all times.
That's right.
And that was in 1996. And the James River, then and now, is my home river, the one that's closest to our Botetourt County home. So I decided to fish the whole river from Botetourt down to Richmond. And it took me a couple years to do it. And then I wrote up the first draft of the James River Guide. And I sent it to 7 different publishing companies.
Wow.
And nobody would buy it.
Interesting.
And the 7th one said they would buy it, that I would have to, it was so badly written that I would have to pay an editor to fix my poor writing. That was what the editor said.
And he's an English teacher by trade. He taught high school English. So
I'm still teaching high school English.
You still are. Very good.
Okay.
So
wow.
I
was so mad it being ripped like that. She also said my book was too violent for publication.
Really?
And she cited a section where I had big fish eating little fish, and she said there was killing going on in the book. And I said, well, ma'am, big fish eat little fish.
That's life.
That's life on a river.
Life, yeah.
She said, but it was very graphic and very, very upsetting. And I said, well, I don't know how to fix that. I mean, nature is, kind of indifferent to what we're thinking. So I was so angry that I'd read a recent thing in a trade publication for outdoor writers that a company called EcoPress was buying river books. So I called. You're not supposed to call a publisher cold. You're supposed to send in a proposal. Am I talking too long?
No, you're good.
So I called the publisher and said, I have a great book. It would fulfill a need in Virginia, in the Mid-Atlantic. It's the most popular river. I said, I know this is not how you go about doing this, but I promise you, if you do a first press run of the book, if all the books aren't sold in 5 years, I'll buy them. You won't be out anything. So this book's going to sell. And he said, "You're sold." I just had the 5 minutes before that. I had told an editor, said, "This can't fix this." And then 5 minutes later, I've got a promise for a contract because I made a phone call.
That's cool.
And the book came out in 2000, and the first press run sold out in 2 months.
Wow, there you go.
And I was on my way.
So you showed them. And I just want to thank Bruce too. Back many years ago when we came by, you asked how the fishing was up on the Shenandoah, and I talked about the mouse. It was a live target topwater mouse, and he said, "You mean frog?" And I said, "No, mouse." And he was intrigued by it. He said, "I want to do a story on that."
And we did that for Bassmaster Magazine.
Master Magazine. He got the live target mouse, Jake's Bait and Tackle in there. So I want to thank you for that. Keep up the good work, and it was good seeing you. And where can they buy these online?
Buy them from me online, not from Amazon. Yep. I get almost nothing when somebody buys them from Amazon. Yeah, I have a website. Bruce Ingram Outdoors.
Okay.
Buy them from that, and I'll be glad to sign them and dedicate them and send them on out.
There you go. Bruce Ingram Outdoors. Go online, see his literature. Thank you. Glad to hear you're still teaching, and good seeing you again.
By the way, y'all sell flies?
We do. We're starting to.
So, guys, what do you think about so far? How do you think this is going? I am actually shocked that the microphones are working so well. And people are asking a lot of questions like, what's with the popsicle sticks? Well, it's called budgeting. All the budgeting went into the top piece, and then we ran out for the bottom piece. But don't worry, for iCast, we're going to have better mics, and believe it or not, we will not have a popsicle stick with the little fluffy, because it looks like I'm trying to give you some kind of I don't know. It would be fun to decorate the popsicle sticks. That's absolutely for sure. What do people want to see next? Where are we going to go next? Well, booth 82 is that way. It's going that way. No, this is. So, what do you think so far?
So far, this is fantastic.
I'm going to walk backwards into a segue.
Great turnout. Tom's about to get run over.
So we got to go to booth 82, right? Or booth 83?
Yeah. I really like the popcorn booth. This one over here.
You like the food?
Because they give out free samples. So if you guys stop by this weekend, you should check out the popcorn booth and get yourself a free sample of all the different flavored popcorns.
High performance. What's the name of the booth we're going to?
I don't know. You have my phone.
88.
I thought it was 82.
So it's up this way around the side.
What's it called again? Snaggler?
Yeah, Snaggler.
Cool.
Snaggler is booth 82 to 83. Too bad Jared's not going to know about that.
Snaggler tackle.
Yeah.
All right.
I keep hitting that every single time I walk past that thing.
Oh, wait. Let's go here first. Let's go here first.
Do the interview or what?
Here.
Who are you guys with? Oh, I'm actually part of the interview now.
We're with Fishing the DMV.
This is live streamed right now.
Okay, well, get
For
excited.
audience.
Welcome to the party, right? So with our company, guys, take a look at it. We're Soldier Solutions. What we do here, guys, anything that anybody was to pick up, so that means you, people looking at this camera, going to the website, Soldier Solutions, and coming and stopping at Richmond to come check out this. We're helping veterans to get service dogs. Sorry. So we're helping veterans to get service dogs here today, guys. Anything that you guys pick up from our company will go back towards what's called Operation Companion. We're fighting against 22 a day. If you don't know what that is, it's 22 veterans a day who are taking their own lives. It's almost one every hour. We all know one is one too many. So we help by getting these service dogs for these men and women. If we could prevent at least one suicide, we're doing it right.
So how did this start?
So it started with actually a gentleman, me and one other guy. His name's Frank Quagliano. We basically started out of Wallingford, Connecticut. And what we did is we started off with a couple t-shirt designs. We started getting more traction. We started getting more exposure. The company just kept growing and growing. And this way we can continue to help more and more veterans all throughout the states. We work as high as Maine. We've been as low as Florida. We've been as far as South Dakota, Texas, Louisiana. We spread like COVID, but in a good way, okay? Now, that's why we need your help, okay? We the people. We take care of each other. We got to fight for those that fought for us. And that fight, it never stops. Marley, relax. That's my little guard dog in the back right there.
How many years you guys been going?
We've been going since 2016.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's insane.
Absolutely, brother. With us, we work alongside with a nonprofit. It's called TADSAW, T-A-D-S-A-W. Train a dog, save a warrior. And that's literally what we do. So with those guys, every year at the minimum is we guarantee at least 15 service dog teams through those guys. And we've been doing it since 2016. So you do the math.
That's crazy. So if people want to find you, if they can't get here this weekend, is there a place online?
You can always go to soldiersolutionsllc.com. Find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that jazz, all the main ones. But, definitely come to the show, support the troops. Let's get a veteran a puppy.
That's awesome, guys. Again, please follow, like, and subscribe to all their social media accounts. Come on down here and take a look at them. And you guys are booth
86. Booth 86.
86. All right, guys. That's awesome. Awesome. So if you guys can tell, I'm used to lavalier mic, so the whole mic handoff is getting a little weird, but that's fine. What happened to Jared?
We lost him.
Rip. Let's see what's going on here.
Go back to Snaggler.
Here you go. I'll give you your phone back. Snagless. Let's find Snagless. Ghost Drive. It'd be nice if there was a label. It'd be really nice, honestly. Don't see Jared. We lost the Jared. It's this way. It's on this side. So we are actually we're doing a live stream right now. Would it be okay if I came by the booth and interviewed you?
Sure.
Okay, sweet.
Hey, guys.
So hi, again, guys. This is Thomas Aarons with Fishing the DV. I'm going to give him a mic. Hopefully this works again. There you go.
Hello.
So yeah, just explain what we got here.
Hey, I'm Todd with Ghost Drag. So with Ghost Drag, we're for bait fishing. Anytime a fish picks up a piece of bait, if they have tension on that line, they're going to unload that bait because their lives depend on it. So years ago, all the reel manufacturers started coming out with bait running reels to allow fish to free spool, but they don't quite free spool. They got a lot of tension associated with them. But with Ghost Drag, we do the real thing. We cast our baits out, we leave the bail open, we attach the line to Ghost Drag and adjust tension just enough to keep that bait where you want it. But when those fish come along and take our baits, we send them right into a free spool with absolutely zero tension on them, resulting in fewer drop baits and more hookups. Our little product's made in Maryland, 100%. It's injection molded there, and I built every one in my house. And we money back guarantee these bad boys against anything, even a bad day at work. So come down and see me. Booth number 82. come see how you can catch more fish with us.
Todd, this is such a brilliant idea. What
Thanks.
made you come up with it? Like, how did this idea come?
I learned a little trick in the Florida Keys about live lining king mackerels, which are very finicky and can cut baits in half. And if it don't fall right, they don't have anything to do with it. We were using a lot of these little tricks to facilitate this, but nobody was building ghost drag. So about 4 years ago, I jumped online to see if I could find something like it, and nobody was doing it. And one of my best friends is the engineer behind it, and I'm the fisherman behind it. So he built me 9 prototypes. I'd break them, he'd rebuild them, and we settled on this model, which is bulletproof tough. And again, we can't say enough about it, but we do what we say we do, and we work good.
And this is absolutely a brilliant idea. So I live up on the upper Potomac River where there's a lot of catfish tournaments. So one thing I see perfectly for this product is if you guys are going for flathead and you're live lining like live bluegill, but you don't want to spend on like one of the Shimano's that costs like, $100,000, this might be a really, really cool solution here for that to get that same effect with whatever reel. I mean, this is a brilliant idea.
Yeah, we're actually doing it better than these bait runners. There's still a lot of tension with them, but with us, there's zero tension. Yeah, even bait runners build themselves as tension-controlled free spool, which isn't free spool at all. But
And then do they come in multiple colors?
no, right now we're only doing black, but we do fit every size rod. It's really tough material that can stretch out real far and go on big rods so we don't break. And on the skinny rods, we use a little bit of a vinyl insert that fit little skinny trout rods and stuff. So we fit every rod, every body of water, every species. We should be the next tool in your tackle bag or your tackle box.
100%, guys. And again, that's Ghost Drag. Then if somebody, for some reason, they're working this weekend, they can't come down to the expo, is there a website or something else that they can go to?
Yes, sir. We're at www.ghostdrag.com. Check us out. You're going to love us.
Todd, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so
absolutely. Guys, let's keep on going here. We're just going to keep going until people bump into me or until we find snagless. Because apparently, this is our mission. This is so cool that we have like a storyline here. It's finding snagless. Would it be amazing if in the comment section down below, like, it doesn't exist actually? Like, that would be absolutely hilarious.
We were told booth 82, but
Yeah.
Todd.
Well, you have the phone, right? Yeah, we do have the fish lab. We got Blitz. We can even get to Blitz as well. What have we not hit yet? Let's go find
283, but I don't know what the numbers are.
Well,
We were 89.
So Todd, the guy with the drag bait,
Yeah.
he was 82. He said.
They're Snagler Tackle Company, if that's what they were.
That might be it.
So they're saying 82, 83. Snagler.
82, 83.
82, 83.
Let's go back down there. Let's find it. This is kind of fun. Look at this, guys. We have a storyline. We have a plot in this live stream. Finding this one booth. I'm going to hug this guy when we find him. It's supposed to be down this way.
We're 89.
Hold on. I'm getting feed. Hold on here. Here's the map. '82, '83 trout pond right there. So it's got to be right there.
It's got to be right here behind the trout pond.
Yeah, it's right here. Look for STC. STC. We'll start screaming for this guy. I love that novelist. That's the guy I want to get on the show somehow. Yeah, he's neat.
Yeah. Well, he's talking about he's going to be doing a feature up far away.
Is this STC? Yep, right here.
Here it is. Charlie. Found him. Call.
What's his name?
Snagler.
Let me see if he wants to be interviewed, if he's okay with that.
It's like they got a lot of tubes here, like the Mismo tubes, big on the rivers. What's interesting too about stuff like this, you won't find this stuff in a Bass Pro Shop. And so, and a lot of these places will sell online, made in USA. It's like www.snaglertackle.com, where you can find them if you're not here in Richmond. River guys love the tube.
He's good with it.
You've been requested.
Yeah. So this is just talking to the fluffy part right there. So after popular requests in the comment section below, again, guys, like and subscribe. Please keep commenting down below. I think we're over like 100 people watching right now. STC, we finally found him in the booth. You guys wanted him. Here he is. Sir, just take it away.
So hi, I'm John Stigler. I'm a Susquehanna River fishing guide, but I also design a lot of different baits, including soft plastics, spinner baits for river smallmouth fishing. I guide, in the spring is a time to get out there, to come out with me. We average like 40 to 60 a day, smallmouth, and then in the summertime, we do a lot of top water. And in the fall, we're back on spinner baits and soft plastics. So we have some great spinner baits. These are all handcrafted spinner baits. They're hidden heads. So you get a 3/8 half-ounce spinner bait, but in a 1/4 ounce profile. That's what those smallmouth want. They want something small. Hand-tied skirts, wire-tied. But what I also do is I put a bead on there so you won't lose your swivel. 30 gauge wire, you get that good vibration out of that. And you really want that. In the summertime, and what I do here is that I have some natural series ones, which are actually matched up to different bait fish for your home waters. In the summertime, we use these. We burn these with 8-to-1, 7-to-1, 8-to-1 reels. Again, it has a little bit stiffer wire because that's what you're doing is burning them. Another thing we do in the summertime is we throw these little things, and these are called jointed jerks. And they have a little joint in them, and we fish those weightless. In the summertime, we fish in very shallow water, usually like 6 inches to a foot, and you want something that's very natural presentation. So what we do is we nose hook them just like that, tie them on, just throw them out there, and I call them a do-nothing bait. You basically throw it out there and let it do nothing with it. That's the best way to fish it. Easy bait, great for kids, same with the sticks. Same thing, do nothing bait. Throw it out there, let the current take it. That's the nice thing about fishing current is the current will help you out, give you action to that bait. You don't have to jerk on it. You don't have to do a lot of different things. We also, in the cold water, we teaser tubes. Fish a lot of teaser tubes because what this does is it mimics a crayfish. And that's our primary forage out in the Susquehanna River, our crayfish. So why don't you come on out here to the Richmond Fishing Expo. We're here Saturday and Sunday, doing some seminars on the tank and back at the river fishing room, which is in the back of the venue. And I'd be glad to talk some smallmouth with you.
And then do you guys have a website or anything else like that, social media presence that you'd like to plug as well?
Yeah, so I have a full website that you can buy all my products. It's www.snaglertackle.com. And you can go on there and you can purchase everything there. I have a social media presence on Instagram and Facebook. So you can go on there and see all the nice smallmouth that we catch every year. We had 250 fish over 19 inches last year with my clients.
That's awesome, sir. They really get it. Guys, and guys, please, thumbs up in the chat. Thank you so much for your time. And then, guys, if there's anything else you want to see, let me know down below. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. And then, guys, let me know where we're going. We're walking and live streaming all day. We're able to go for about 10 hours nonstop, and we're going to do that right now. Look, guys. We already know that we're making a convert right here. Look at this. He's already pulling out his wallet. That's amazing. There you go. Actually, yeah, you can look at that right there.
That's a spider for us. Stand-up teaser tube. And there's that little jointed jerk. See, it's a sinking bait.
Oh, that is really cool. See, this is the importance of having a tank, honestly, is it's an extra level to be able to see what that thing looks like in the water.
Exactly.
You know?
Oh, exactly.
I mean, absolutely.
And the cool thing about these guys, too, being in the Susquehanna River, a lot of our guys travel to the Susquehanna River and, just 2 hours north of us. And there's these guys, these river rats, taking the jet boats up there and they're fishing those waters.
The Susquehanna it's so crazy. It's like, it's not far, but I've never actually been to the Susquehanna and fished the Susquehanna proper. I fish where it dumps into the upper bay for college fishing tournaments. But the cult following for the Susquehanna area is insane. I know anytime I have coverage of the Susquehanna, that will always be number one.
Yeah, I mean, the smallmouth, they're like footballs. The best way to explain them, I mean, their length, but also their fat. When I say football, their bellies and their backs are proportionally wide. They look like a football. And in a river system like that, pound for pound, I mean, they put up an incredible fight, and it's just such a good fishery.
It really is.
But like I said earlier, just finding something like this, these guys are out of that area, and if he's making these baits, and they do guided trips as well, and that stuff is going to work. So go on and support them. Go online and support them, and put your order in, they'll deliver to your door. Sounds like so.
No, 100%. So guys, then follow. If you don't come to Richmond Expo, which I really encourage you will, they have seminars all weekend. They got a trout fishing stream. I was going to say stream. That'd be impressive. You could put one of those in there. It's actually a pond, even though I like the idea of a lazy river around here too. And there's food. Come on by, say hi to us. We're going to keep on walking and keep on talking.
We can go. Let's go down and do this rod kipper stick. They're Virginia. Kipper stick. Kipper stick.
You want to get them hyped up, then I can come on in. I don't know why I said lazy river.
That would actually be a really fun
In my
concept.
head, I was like, it's a trout stream. Yeah,
if it
exactly.
just constantly runs the entire day, all weekend long, you just hop on a tube and just get a little tour of the entire perimeter of the expo.
And then
I would do that.
Yeah, that would be actually a lot of fun. And then guys, come on, could you promote this thing? Could you share this live stream onto your Facebook, your social medias? Let's try to get this thing as hot as possible. Let's get as many people as possible. This is just day one. I know this is just Friday. This is the hors d'oeuvre. Tomorrow is going to be the big day with a lot of coverage all over the place. Please let me know if there's someone in particular you want to see this weekend, and we'll do it. I don't know where the heck I'm walking.
Where did Jared go?
I don't know.
I thought we were following him.
I thought we were following Jared too. Oh, there.
There he is.
Stick.
He's with a customer now, right? You guys are like Waynesboro, is that right? Stewart's Drive.
So the Bass Federation is watching. We're going to have them. You want to throw the camera here real quick? I will be interviewing, I believe, off the top of my brain noodle, Sunday morning, I'm going to be interviewing the Bass Federation. I know you guys are the booth directly across from us, so I'm looking at you literally right now. I'm going to be interviewing you guys on Sunday. Please figure out who's going to come on the show. You can fight for it. That's fine. We'll get that going too. Again, guys, let me know who you want me to go by and interview. It's funny because, I don't know if we should go to every single booth or just hit a few. It's just I don't know how to almost plan it. It's overwhelming because there's so many people here right now.
Yeah, and there is so much stuff. And where we're at right now is Kipper Sticks, custom-built fishing rods from Stewart's Draft, Virginia, since 2006. I've got 2 Kipper Sticks in my arsenal. One's a jig rod and one's a crankbait rod. Got it many, many years ago when we first met these fine folks. Custom built rods. This is Gunny here.
I can see you for a long time.
Yes, sir. How you been? Good. Just tell us a little bit about your rod.
So it's expensive here. Just talking to that little fluffy part.
Okay. Yeah. Well, like you said, Kip's only been building rods since 2006. Okay, and they use all rain shadow blanks. All right, I've been working with them since 2009. I've been working with them. I had previously been buying my rods from another rod manufacturer out in Oklahoma. I talked to them at Richmond. Was it Richmond? At Richmond in 2009 about the rods. They didn't have anybody helping them. I already knew about the blanks. Mm-hmm. Okay. If you look back, Gary Loomis has had different rods on the Baston Corporation website he's using. He's using the rain shadow blanks and building his own blanks within the Baston Corporation. And they've been building the rain shadow blanks for 20 years. At least they've been building it. It's a high quality, high module graphite rod, very light, and is with all the shim processing and pre-peg processing that they do, that's how they get the rods so light. You know, and I tell guys when you're looking at a higher level rod, you got to treat it like a Fabergé A, okay? Because those rods are light for a reason. They're very, very thin. So if you hit them up against something, people bring rods back in that they broke. Okay, I can look at that rod for 30 seconds to tell whether that rod broke or they broke it.
Right.
Okay, because you hit it up against the trolling motor on the side of your boat, they're so thin-walled, you can put a nick in the blank. It may not break for a month, but when it breaks, it's going to break right where you hit it.
Right.
Okay, and it'll splinter. So when the rod splinters, the rod blank did not fail.
Gotcha.
You broke it.
Gotcha.
Okay. And Kip's been building the rods. I've been with him because I'm very particular about my rods.
Right.
And the difference between a rod here and a rod off the shelf, each one of them is splined.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the eyes are set on the strongest part of the rod.
Okay.
All right. Which is the spline. Kip splines each and every one of them. That gives the rod more strength.
Okay.
Okay. It's less likely to break or fail.
Got it.
When it's splined. And I can have them built however I want. That's the difference with a custom rod.
Right.
You can buy a rod off the shelf, or you can ask Kip to make one.
Right.
And make it specific to the way you want it.
Right.
Length, guides, handle, reel seat. That's the difference with buying one off the shelf.
Correct.
I won't use anything with rain shadow. That's just my preference.
Right.
I've been using them for 20 years.
So talk to us a little bit too about viewers about like the manufacturing, the building of it, of the kind of the backbone, but then you see things about slow tip, fast tip, and as you get up it like for different anymore now, it's like you have a specific rod for a specific purpose, whether you're drop shotting, shaky head,
Right.
jig fishing. So what do anglers need to be thinking about when they're looking into rods like that?
They need to know the difference between power and action.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Because you have more actions than you have powers on the rod.
Got
the
it.
power or the weight is the rod, like a medium heavy.
Medium heavy.
That's the power of the rod.
Okay.
Okay. And what they mean by the power of the rod is how much weight it takes to flex the rod.
Okay.
Okay. The heavier the weight of the rod, the more weight it takes to flex it.
Got it.
The action is where you can
Going
have
into
a
the
medium
tip.
heavy slow, or medium
Right.
heavy moderate, medium
Right.
heavy fast.
That's right.
That's the action. That's how much of the rod actually flexes.
Okay.
Okay, and how long it takes that rod to flex.
From the
So-
tip working back
Right.
down and how
Right.
yeah,
And they,
like your bend almost. Yeah.
you hear parabolic.
Correct.
Okay. If you really look at a parabolic rod, what an actual parabolic rod is, it's stiffer in the center than it is on the end.
Got it.
Okay. Fishing rods aren't parabolic.
Right.
But to a sense they are, because if you look at our medium 50-50, which is a medium moderate crankbait rod, it's 50-50. So if you look at all our rods, you're going to see on there 70-30, 50-50,
That's right.
60-40. So a 50-50, 50% of that rod is backbone,
Okay.
50% of it is action.
Got it.
Okay, so
Yep.
that's about as close as you're going to get to
Right.
a parabolic rod.
Right.
It has almost the same, it bends the same
Equally,
with the
yeah.
action as it does with the power.
Right.
Okay, as you go to a 70-30, now you're talking about a heavier power rod
Right.
with less action in it.
Got
So
it.
only 30% of that rod now is action or tip.
Got it.
Okay, so you look at it 70-30, that's when you're getting into your fast, and then you get it
Right.
80-20, you're getting into your extra fast
Right.
tip rod.
That's
and
right.
people don't understand that they think,
No, you're right.
I got a medium heavy
Yeah.
action rod.
Right.
No, you don't. You have
Right.
a medium heavy power.
Right.
The action could be
It's totally different.
could
Yeah.
be moderate, could be moderate fast, could be fast,
Yeah.
could be extra fast.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's why Kip puts on the rods on there like the 70-30, the 60-40, the 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell when you pick the rod up how much of that rod is actual tip and how much of it is butt action or
Right.
power.
That's great.
I got
Well,
a question.
yes.
Yeah.
Do you make 5-foot rods?
Yes, they're custom built. We can make the rod to whatever length they want.
That's pretty cool.
That's the better part about getting a custom rod and go to Bass Pro Shop to try to find a 5-foot rod. It's
And
going to
then
be really,
a lot of
really
questions
hard.
we get a lot too is like warranty. How do you handle warranty on, like you were talking before, a broken rod? Like how do you? I know you guys have always been good. Like I've had mine a long time, and if I break a tip or something, you guys or the eyelets,
Yeah.
you know, you guys send those out. And but how does that work
It's
with
got
the kipper stick?
It's got a limited
It's a limited lifetime
time warranty. You need to cut a section of the rod back.
Right.
We'll send it back to rain shadow. Rain shadow determines whether that rod blank
Right.
failed.
That's right.
Okay. If it's splintered, it didn't fail.
That's right.
You hit it,
Use
you
your
broke
error.
it.
Right.
And I can recall breaking, and I broke a lot of rods.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I set the hook very, very hard. You know, like Gerald's window says, give me a rod,
Right.
I'll send it back to you in a
That's right.
in a toothpick box.
That's right.
Okay. Because I sent, but every rod that I've broken in 15 years, I think I've had one failure. Where
Right.
It was a clean
Right.
break. The rest
Sure.
of them, they're all splintered. I
Right.
hit it against something, I stepped on it, put
Yeah.
my knee on it, and they're
Yeah.
so fragile.
Tailgates are
Yeah, they're so
common to that.
fragile because they're so thin. That's the only way to make them light.
Right. That's right.
You've got to treat them like
That's right.
Fabergé A.
Exactly.
You know, you could break them, jam them in the rod locker.
So last question, where can people find Kipper Stick? You guys got a website so you can order direct, order online, reach out to you guys?
It's kippersticks.com. It's kippersticks.com. And it's not a e-commerce because I like to have that personal relationship with the person who's ordering to make sure they are getting what they want.
Right. That's good.
So they can contact by the website, call, contact, and that way she'll go through a list of questions to find out exactly what they want in that rod.
That's right. So guys, check them out online, Kipper Sticks. They've got the bait caster, the spinning rod. They've even got fly rods. Kayak rods. Wow. And they're beautiful. I mean, I love the color scheme on them. And you guys been doing great work. Like I said, I love my Kipper Stick. So had it for a long time.
I won't throw nothing else. I've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah. So thank you guys, and I appreciate you. Made in Virginia, made in USA.
Yep. Good to see you again,
Good seeing you guys.
How's your dad?
Take care. Good. Doing well.
Is he good? Good.
Yep, doing well.
I'll take that one.
Thank you, guys.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, they're doing good.
So we are under 100 subscribers away from 2,000 on YouTube. So that's pretty awesome. I think we're at 1902, which is kind of nice for less than a year to get to where we're at. As a side note, we have so many comments. It's amazing. I love whoever. Thank you so much for Popsicle Podcast. I'm going to steal that. I want to appreciate it. Time now for the Popsicle Podcast. Where do you want to go next? Where do you want to go next? By the way, guys, fun thing. What would you think if... Put F in the chat. Put F in the chat right now if you would like to see a small fishing competition today. So there's a trout pond, not a stream, a trout pond. I want you to put F in the
Can we go look
chat.
at the pond?
Yeah, put F in the chat if you want to see a competition today between me and my wife, Carly, who's behind the camera, or me and Jared. We'll put the mics, we'll clamp them to us, we'll both go in the trout pond, and we'll see who can catch one, and you can watch it. If I get 10 Fs in the chat, we'll do it, 100%. Okay?
I think the only way that would be fair is if you had to close your eyes.
I think it'd be kind of fun to watch that, honestly.
Yeah.
But again,
So they're doing a seminar
we
right
are
now.
here at the Richmond Fishing Expo. We're going to be here all day. We're going to be all here today, tomorrow. Carly? Come over here.
Ooh.
Yes. I can make a movie star out of you.
Talking to that little fluffy thing.
Hello, fuzzy little microphone.
There you go. So what are we doing here?
This is a demonstration of a tool called the selector tool. It's a sharpening system that sharpens all kinds of metals. It was invented in Germany over 75 years ago. And the little tool is guaranteed never to wear out. It's called the selector.
I'll hold this for you. You can have both hands. There you go.
And it's called the selector tool. There's a little wheel back here. It even cuts glass and tile, up to 1 inch thick. They're guaranteed not to wear out in your lifetime. So if they're damaged, our company will replace them free of charge for you for as long as you live. We have them on sale today if you're interested in one. They're wonderful little tools.
Fantastic.
It's freaking awesome. Yeah, you are. Like, this is amazing, the sharpening stuff. I was kind of like watching you off to the side, like what you're doing. How long does it take to get really good with sharpening utensils like this?
These tools are basically a 15 to 20 minute period of sharpening because the tungsten carbide is a cutting device. If you wanted to take an edge and put it on something like a machete, conventionally you would have what we call holidays. Dull spot, a sharp spot, a sharp spot, a dull spot. This contour is developed right into the tool. You just put that in there and it slices the metal right out of there just like that, all the way down through there. You see that metal slicing right out of there.
So if you're thinking about dismembering your girlfriend or your wife, this would be the best tool to actually use to sharpen it up. You know who I'm talking to that's online. We're just joking. But that is really freaking cool.
I'll tell you what, I kind of would like to have a wife that I could depend on, that I wouldn't have to dismember.
Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate it. And guys, he's like first booth as you walk right into the shop, and we're just going to keep on walking. Have we gone? We already gone down this way, right? Have we?
We have a request.
Oh, we got a request?
Fat cat lures.
Fat cat?
Fat cat.
We got to find Fat Cat.
We also have 4 Fs so far.
4 Fs? Got to get it up to 10. We need 10 Fs in the chat, and we'll have a trout competition. 4 Fs in the... Wait, 10 F's in the chat, actually. Do we have the map? Yeah. On your phone, we have the map. Well, Fat Cat's an individual. He's not a booth. Yeah, he's like a unicorn. He just strolls around. Well, we'll keep on finding it. We just got to find out our next guest here. We could do Biz Baits. Yeah. Let's wait real quick, and we'll get a professional on here to actually show this off. It's absolutely insane, guys. And again, please, if you could, copy paste the YouTube link into your Facebook chat. Please help promote this thing. We're gonna try to get it up here. I'm gonna ask real quick to see if we can get a guy on for Biz Baits to actually talk to you guys here. Let's see. You good? Would you be okay to come on a live stream, talk to the fans at home about what's going on?
For the fans, as long as it's for the fans, dude, I can do it for the fans.
Okay, so guys, again, for the people that just joined Fishing in DMV here, we're live streaming all 3 days at the Richmond Expo. We are going booth to booth, just making sure everybody gets a chance to have their time to shine. And we're here with Biz Baits. And so, what's your name, sir?
I'm Gary. How are you,
Gary,
man?
nice to meet you, bud.
Hi, everybody. Hi, famous
So,
fans.
this is the expensive popsicle podcast that we're doing, talking to the fluffy thing.
Is this the tongue depressor possible
Yeah, you see,
stick?
we spent the $400 on this, and then we had no budget left for the bottom. So,
I
what are you
understand,
gonna do?
dude. I understand. I get it. I get it. So you guys are doing a live show for everybody, huh?
Yep, we got
That's
over
awesome.
100 people viewing right now.
Right now?
Yep.
Hi, 100 people viewing.
So you can talk to us about it.
Oh, so, all right. So first off, Biz Baits started off in 2015 out of the garage of Brian's house. Brian is the owner, and he started off really small and has turned into, now he's got his own shop in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
In Charlotte, everything's poured in Charlotte, everything's packaged in Charlotte, everything's made in Charlotte, from all of our plastic to all of our jigs to all of our spinner baits and buzz baits. They're all made right there in Charlotte, North Carolina. We employ 6 people. I think it's 6 people at Biz Baits. And we started off really small to what we have right now, a big 20, 30-foot booth.
This is absolutely
that
insane.
has a variety of colors from our sassy stick, which is today's Cinco, which is our sassy stick, to our baby biz bug, to our big biz bug. And right now, this is our second show introducing it, but the first time here in Virginia.
Wow.
The first time was last week at North Carolina. We have our brand new baby biz bug. So why a biz bug? I'm sorry, a baby cutter craw. Why a cutter craw? It's the action of the legs, and I can show you that in the tank. It's the action of the legs that these things kick on. It just makes it phenomenal bait. And we last year, in the years in the past, we had the 3.5 or 3 3/4, and now we cut it down to a 3.5 inch.
I love the color selection. The colors are fantastic.
It's awesome. And one of our newer colors is this green pumpkin magic. And everybody that throws green pumpkin, you know green pumpkin is a stay built in the fishing community, just like black and blue. This is something that not a lot of people know about, is green pumpkin magic. It's green pumpkin, it has a little bit of silver fleck in it. And I'm not saying that it will overtake any green pumpkin, but 9 times out of 10, if they're not hitting green pumpkin, they're going to hit this. And I've slowed down throwing green pumpkin and picked up on the green pumpkin magic.
Wow.
That's a phenomenal bait. And for green pumpkin, it's like black and blue. You just don't, it's a stay built. This green pumpkin magic is a phenomenal bait.
And that's a tip that you're only going to get here. And what else do we have walking through this area? We have jigs, we have chatterbaits, and is that a micro buzz bait?
So it's a V-twin. It's a 1/4 ounce V-twin buzz. And it's a V-twin. It has small little propellers. And when it goes through the water, guys, instead of a regular buzz bait, it has a single trail, bubble trail. This has a twin bubble trail that comes in, and it's very, very, not obtrusive, but very, very subtle when it comes through the water. And I've fished very competitively on the MLF side of the house, and I'm telling you right now, I've won a lot of money on that.
That's a really cool idea. I really like that a lot.
It's our B-twin. It's a fabulous. We have it in skirted and unskirted, and if I have to tell you to get one. I would tell you to get the unskirted, and I would tell you to get the black.
Now, are you a trailer hook man or not a trailer hook man?
I don't use trailer hooks. I don't. I used to use trailer hooks, and then I got hung up a lot. But I don't use trailer hooks, and I don't get hung up a lot. Another color that we started late last year, I know a buddy of mine helped do this. This is our Mel Gill. It's basically a bluegill color.
I like that. That's really cool.
So you don't see, you see the spinner baits in normal colors like you see here. You don't see it in a bluegill very often. And I can't tell you I've won thousands of dollars on this, but this is a little secret that is now, I guess, getting out to all these hundreds of people, viewers of yours, that not a lot of people are throwing this because of the bluegill color. And if you put we have a trailer that goes on there, not a trailer, it's a worm as a trailer on there. And it just gives a little special action to that. Really
Guys, you're only getting that here right now. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
And then you said you had a tank too?
Yeah. You want to check out some of the actions in the tank? So, you know how I told you about the baby cutter craw?
Yeah.
This is our baby cutter craw on our Ned head. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this through the water, and you guys can see it firsthand of running it through the water and seeing this action. So here we go. Coming over there, and now I'm going to swim it. Nope, now it's going to get tangled up. Now I'm going to swim it. You ready?
That'd be great on a swim jig too. Wow.
It's phenomenal on a swim jig. This is 99% of the time, this is what I'm throwing on a swim jig. And then with our plastics, they have less salt in them. They do have salt in them. They have less salt in them, and they stand up. And you can see like this Ned Dizzy right there. You can set it on the bottom, but you can see the craws are not laying flat. They're actually starting to float. And that's because we want the craws in the defensive position. So that's what happens when a bass comes in. It comes in and automatically flares up in the defensive position. So, dude, this is a great little bait, and you can see all of our color selections here. You can see our different jigs, from our flipping jigs to our swim jigs to our Ned heads, Dizzy diamonds, plastics. Yeah, it's a cool little, small little company, but we are starting to get. I think we have made it all the way up to Mississippi already.
Good deal. That's awesome.
It's for less than 10 years old. We're really happy with that, and it's a small little mom and pop's company.
And for the people that won't be able to sadly get to the expo this weekend, like, is there a place online that they can find you, social media?
Absolutely. Bizbaits.com.
Bizbaits.com, everyone.
Bizbaits.com.
Go to bizbaits.com if you can't make it, but if you can, come on down to the Richmond Expo. They're going to be here all weekend, really right at the front of the store. And I don't know, what is the booth number here for this? Is it?
I do not know that.
Okay. They're on the far right-hand side next to the front event planning area. So the 80s section. So you can go there. Thank you guys so much. We're just going to keep on walking, keep on talking. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it. All righty, let's go find Jared. My phone's blowing up. It's really hard to actually answer the phone while talking to people. So right now, guys, we just need 2 more Fs in the chat, and we will actually have that trout fishing competition between either, and that'll be fun too, Carly. We're gonna have to figure out, is it gonna be you or is it gonna be Jared? That's gonna be the interesting thing. Now, what I'm thinking we do, what time is it here? It's about 3:30. So this is my thought. I'm thinking we take about a 20-minute break, and then what we could do is go to part 2 of this whole shindig. What do you think?
I agree, but I also wanted to show us the pond first.
There's the fishing pond.
Here's the fishing pond.
There's also the casting kids competition.
Yeah.
These real quick. I'm going to go to a commercial break. So everybody, that was part one of our coverage for day one. We're going to be going to a slight commercial break here. We're going to be picking back up at 4 o'clock. Again, we're going to be picking back up at 4 o'clock. We're going to go to our B footage, but then hang around and we'll see you there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need a couple more F's in the chat if you want to see us do a trout fishing competition in the trout pond. Okay, we just need a couple more F's in the chat if that's something you want to see. Please let us know if that's something you want, and then again, comment down below. Let me know if there's something else that you'd like to see. We'll be back at 4 o'clock. See you then. Just letting you guys know, we're going to be starting at 4:15 with part 2, 4:15 with part 2.
Okay, can you hear me at all? Are we good now? Do
Yes.
you need me to talk directly into it like this, or can I just wear it like this and this is good? Can I just wear it and talk like normal? Because that's nice. You shouldn't put it on a popsicle stick. Just wear it. If you're going to do a competition.
I'll tell you a story now.
Figure out where Jared is. Figure out where Jared is.
I was already on once.
Alrighty, guys. Sorry about that real quick. So we are having a few technical difficulties. We're about to start here real quick. Sorry about that.
Absolutely.
You want to test the audio there? How do I sound right now? Can you hear me okay? Good? Sweet.
That's probably what I'm going to upgrade.
All right, guys. Second mic. Cool. All right, guys, we got enough votes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a little friendly fishing competition at the trout pond. So you're gonna come on over here. I got this person right here, my co-host for Spirits and Ghost Stories. We are gonna have a trout fishing competition, her versus me.
He's going down.
Okay. Linda, you good? All right, awesome. Let's go.
I've never done this before. I've only fished like 3 times. But I'm also extremely competitive. Well, he has taken me out multiple times on the boat. I guess 3 times an exaggeration. I've definitely fished more than 3 times. And I'm successful at it. But it takes a little while for me to warm up.
So what do you guys want to do? You guys, we should do a challenge.
Okay.
First.
Obviously, give us like a time limit.
Well,
How
I
many
think
can you
they,
get
they
in
give
with
us
this
they give us a
specific
time limit for this.
What was it?
Huh? Well, we're gonna
Oh,
find
like
out when we get there.
Hold on. Mountain trout pod, $4.
Time starts the same for everyone.
I've never even
Only the
caught a
first.
trout
Yep,
before.
absolutely.
With a 5-minute session.
5-minute session. 2.
Whoa. For 2.
Thanks so much. Alrighty.
Did you pay for both of us?
Yep, paid for both of us. So we're gonna get in here right now. And so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna actually stand closer to this side. That way Chris, our cameraman, can see us, okay?
Okay.
That's all. So
Both of us. to stay
whoever
on this
catches
side.
one, of course, wins. Duh. If we don't catch anything. We got 5 minutes, guys, to see who will win right here. And we need a bet.
I bet that I'm going to catch at least 3.
If I win, I don't have to take care of the horses.
You never take care of the horses anyway.
Okay, fine. Let's make something juicy.
Yeah.
Give me something.
If you win,
You have to do a shot of tequila tonight.
fine.
Deal.
Deal.
Guys, let us know in the chat what you'd like us to do. Even though we don't have a phone with us at all,
What
so we
about
can't
if
check
I
it.
win?
Name something. What happens?
If I win, I guess you have to do a shot.
You guys gonna stand on this side?
Fine. Yeah, we're gonna stand on this side. That way you can do it. Now,
You stand right here.
yeah, you can just stand right here. That's fine. And it's a wireless mic, so you should still be able to hear us no matter what. But that's a good.
Well,
That's a
why
good
don't we
call.
stand facing that way, and then he stands right here?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll stand right here.
Yeah, we'll just stand there facing.
Or yeah, we could also go there, and Chris could go the other side too.
Yeah.
Either way,
I think
but
you
we
can
only got
follow
5 minutes. You can come. You can walk in here too. This is
I
all being
saw other
live
people
streamed.
come in here with phones and cameras. You'll be our adult because I saw these kids have adults that come in and take videos and pictures. So
She's never caught a trout before in her life either.
no, I've never held a trout before. in my
How many
life.
times have I taken you fishing?
So we went to the competition at Trick Hominy, right? That was 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
I caught this many.
I'm getting kind of excited here. This is gonna be hard. Oh, and there's baits over there. Oh crap! We can actually get really technical with it too.
Do we get to use baits or are we just?
Yeah. What do you think we're gonna use?
Well, they're just using hooks.
No, they got baits on there.
They do?
They got little baits. How many times have I taken you fishing actually?
Not very many.
1 or 2?
Probably like 4 times.
The 4 times? I thought it was like only 2.
Sometimes you've taken me out on the boat and I just chill on the boat and I eat snacks.
No, you caught your biggest one. We had trolling motor issues at Big Pool. You know, one time we got to Big Pool somehow.
Yeah.
JoJo was in the boat.
Yeah.
You caught that nice one. You cast it out, and the reel got. There's some reason, like you set the hook, it got wrapped up in the. It got wrapped up in the trolling motor. That's what it was.
Yeah. I remember I thought my rod or my bait was stuck in something.
Yes.
And I was like yanking on it, and you're like, Carly, you caught a fish. And then I just like freaked out even more and was like, I don't know what to do.
And that short is on the channel, by the way. You guys can go watch
Yeah.
that. Watch her catch that one.
That was a big old fish.
It's interesting.
They don't look hungry.
Well, there's the observation there. No kidding. What was your first clue?
Well, I'm just saying they're all facing the opposite direction
Yeah, but why?
because of current.
There you go. And guys, actually, Chris, pan to the thing real quick. So if you guys can look at it, she got one.
Oh yeah! I mean, I I feel like I want to take back saying that I think I'm going to catch 3 because now I feel like I'm barely going to catch 1. Oh, Lord.
Oh, he's getting in there. At the buzzer too.
How do you hold them when you get them out? Can you put your thumb in their mouth?
They're very slimy.
Wet your hand because they're slimy.
Okay.
But you're gonna want to squeeze them because they'll slide out of your hand.
And again, guys, if you want to do this, just come on down to the Richmond Expo. It's a trout fishing pond right here.
We have to wait our turn.
No, we all go in together.
Oh.
It's like a ride. And we're just gonna go away from her. Okay, go for it, bud. There's a ticket.
Smith said 50 push-ups or your favorite.
50 push-ups, or they get it.
He wins.
Chris, we'll stay away from them. We'll get over here in this part. Come on. All right, you gotta grab a rod. You gotta grab a bait.
Oh. Well, which one would you recommend?
Huh?
Which one would you recommend?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Well, I'm just going to copy you then.
Don't copy me, Chris.
I don't know what he just did.
Absolutely, we're gonna beat her right here.
What the?
So I'm gonna do, guys. This is a power tip here. Okay. Take that off the hook right there. You see this? We're not gonna go with that.
This blue one.
I'm gonna take and put this little bit of chartreuse on there. You're cheating. Don't look.
Do this.
Just like that. Let's see if that works. A little bit of yellow. You got your bait? There's a rod over there. Here, I'll get over there with you too. I'm doing this for the shot of tequila. I am not losing this.
Get out of the way.
It's like holding a piece of snot. Got him.
I can't see anything.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Hey, man, y'all beat.
I know. I might have her beat. That's one shot of tequila you owe me tonight.
Wait, each fish you catch is a shot?
Huh? You gotta throw it out in front of their face. Guys, again, this is Richmond Expo trout fishing pond right here. All the tips and tricks. Chartreuse, added a little bit of chartreuse to it, and you're keeping it high above their heads. Fish it out in front of them.
Oh!
Yep. And just keep it high. You can watch them eat it. I got one on you. Get up a little higher. Get it up higher. Oh, I just had 2.
Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes.
I'm gonna get 2. I gotta get 2. Oh! Ah! That was number 2. That was number 2. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I gotta beat my food. All right.
Come on, I just want to catch one.
You're gonna catch one. You gotta keep throwing it in front of them, keep it high.
I can't see it.
What they're doing is they're just sucking it in and spitting it out real quick.
Here he comes. Oh! Yes!
You got it!
Oh, I got a big one.
Hold it!
I'm trying!
Oh! Doesn't count.
Are you serious?
No, you didn't butt
He
it.
was big. He doesn't count.
It counts. She says it counts.
Okay, thank you.
She said it counts. You see, you just gotta keep throwing it back in there.
My bad.
You try to tangle me up now?
Move! This is my fishing hole.
Adding that little bit of yellow. Counts. She got one. Yes, get it in, get it in. Yay! Woo! I got two. Switch rods. You want to switch rods?
Sure.
Kick like this. Kick it out like that.
Okay.
And just pull it across the surface. Keep it high.
Okay. They're all on a kerfluffle because they just got caught. Oh!
These are the best ones right here. I win.
Yes, you win.
You want to play next? Guys, come on down here, Richmond Fishing Expo. I left them all in the trout pond for you. So that means...
So what lesson did we learn today?
Huh?
What lesson did we learn today?
Chartreuse?
Don't take Carly on any more
You caught one, though.
fishing tournaments.
You hooked one.
I did. I think that was the biggest one.
Yeah, so count. So how do we do that?
I was focused on the biggest one in the whole
What kind of
pond,
comments
and
we
I
got?
was like,
What kind of
I gotta
comments
get
we
that
got?
one. And then whenever I hook them, I just can't put them in the boat because I get too nervous.
Yeah, 50 push-ups.
I can do 50 push-ups. I can't do 50 push-ups. Actually, I haven't tried. I
I'm
don't
going
know.
to challenge Jared to that. Where is Jared?
Yeah, we're still live with it.
Gotcha.
50 push-ups. I can't do 50.
All right,
Can I
fantastic.
split it up into like parts?
So guys, we're going to be taking a quick break here. We're going to go to part 3. Part 3 is going to start at 5:30 tonight. So we're actually going to shut down the live stream, and I'm going to post a brand new link to the next live stream. And we're going to do finishing up for part 3. I can do this, part 3 of day 1. All right, thank you guys so much so far for watching. Again, 5:30. I'm going to give you guys a new link for part 3 of day 1. So guys, again, I'm just going to let you know real quick. I'm going to be shutting this live stream off, and then I'm going to be sending a new link out on my YouTube and Facebook, and it will say 5:30 start time here for part 3 of day 1. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you shortly.